France, it is actually illegal. Welcome to Goodbye Photo, my YouTube channel where I hold a camera out in public and see how long it takes somebody to punch me in the face. For this video, we're heading back to France, the international hub for flat pancakes, pretentious art, and the world's deadliest massage chair. In the spirit of pretentious art, we're going to be talking about 35mm film stocks, specifically the ones that I shot through my travels in France. What I enjoyed about them, what I hated about them, the mistakes I made, there's a lot, and just overall how I picked and chose depending on the situation and the location and how I wanted to capture it. So go ahead and sit back, put on your beret, butter your baguette, and let's get to it. First film stock I shot, I was in the south of France, and this one is kind of controversial to some people. Kodak's Ektar 100, what some refer to as the bastard forgotten child of Kodak. It has a 100 ISO, not a fast film by any means. I had shot a whole roll of it while on the coast of Italy a few weeks earlier, and I loved it. I've shot it before. I think it's ideal for bright, sunny days, near the water, lots of colors, has crazy saturation, very fine grain. It can produce great images. But a lot of people hate this. A lot of people do not like Ektar 100. Often they're citing their hate for it coming from the fact that it tends to mess with skin tones and make them a little more orangey than most people want to stomach. In Latin, Ektar actually translates to pumpkin person. I won't lie, I have seen these results. I have seen it turn people a little presidential, we'll say. But I think with any film stock, it's about the time, the place, and conditions for that specific stock. Really more than a lot of other, low ISO films, Ektar 100 seems to really need that light. Unfortunately for me, we arrived in the south of France and it was overcast, cloudy, October, and not every day had that light. And when you don't have the light, it turns on you quickly, resulting in some fairly underexposed and really grainy, not great photos. I will say this is partially user error. See, I was getting sick. We were a month into traveling. My head maybe wasn't 100% into making some of these photos. There was a lot going on at the time, and the light wasn't there. And I still tried to push a 100 ISO film knowing better, but that's on me. Even with some of these more disappointing photos, I still love this film stock. When it comes to capturing the outdoors, nature, color, bright, sunny scenes, it really does a great job. Maybe not to, shoot portraits of varying skin tones, but nature, the ocean, a dolphin, butterfly, sky, island. My next stop in France was a smaller city, Paris. You may not have heard of it. It's really only famous for a small rodent chef with a nose for culinary arts. When I got to Paris, it was mid-October. The light was fleeting, it was overcast, it was rainy, and I did what any unskilled photographer would do and opted to shoot black and white. Now, in all realness, Paris is a very classic city. It's known for romance and all these things. And I like to shoot black and white because it's classic. It feels romantic to a degree. There's nostalgia built in. And in a city like this, it just reminds me of like an old film that would be filmed in Paris. So I loaded up one of my favorite film stocks, Ilford's HP5. The HP stands for Harry Potter because this is a magical stock. It's a 400 ISO film, balanced, not too contrasty, great grain. It's the film stock that Goldilocks would choose if she raided your film cabinet. It's right in the middle. But at the same time, many photographers push it to 3200 ISO. It gets a little more contrasty, a lot more grainy, but it's still beautiful. Shot at the box speed of 400 ISO, medium contrast, grain, but not too much grain. It's beautiful. I love this film stock for shooting black and white while traveling especially. You can take it anywhere. It's so versatile. One roll, you can go inside, you can go outside, you can be in a sunny day, you can be overcast. Everywhere you go, this film stock seems to produce beautiful images that I really enjoy. I shot it a ton in the Pacific Northwest when I used to live there. I've shot it on sunny beach days. It doesn't disappoint. It's one of my favorite film stocks overall, and for black and white, it may be the top. Maybe. This last film stock is definitely a top 3 for me. It's a little weird, it gets super hyped, it's purple, and its D slides real nicely right into the back of my camera. Cinestill 400D. The D stands for dynamic, actually. It's not. Cinestill isn't like, they're not perverts or anything. Now, I won't get into the nerdy side of this, the fact that it's another film stock with less things, and there's an emulsion, and there's all these, keywords that go into that. Go read a blog, you'll figure it out. What I will say though, is that Cinestill 400D has beautiful colors. Warm skin tones, gorgeous saturation, soft colors. 400D also has a missing rimjet layer, and much like my missing frontal lobe, it makes it very unique and kind of terrifying. That missing layer allows for halation to seep into all the highlights, adding a very creative twist to these photos when used in the right situations. Also, makes this film one of the more controversial films. Some people don't enjoy it. Some people don't like the halation, and to those people I say, how dare you? But if you can swallow the D's thick amount of halation, you'll be falling in love with it. You'll wake up the next morning and beg for the next time you can see it again. While I was in Paris, I actually shot an entire fashion campaign on Cinestill 400D. The garments were kind of this child-inspired, vibey toys and a little out of the box type stuff. And this film stock was perfect for that. It added a creative level to these images that just worked perfectly for this vibe. I actually love this film stock for portraits in general. I just think it's just different enough without being too crazy or over the top. And it's one of my go-to film stocks. France. One thing I love about shooting film in general is the fact that there is so many different film stocks. It adds a layer of fun to trying them out and picking what you like and what you don't like and using them in different lighting conditions and locations and seeing how the colors render. It's just fun. It's like choosing a new flavor of ice cream. Sometimes you're not going to enjoy it. Sometimes you're going to be very surprised that you really enjoy it. And just like there's brand bro photographer dudes who latch on to one brand for their entire careers and defend it at all costs, the same goes for stock. I guess they're stock sisters or whatever. Some people define their entire careers only using one or two different stocks, and it gives their entire life work one vibe, and I kind of enjoy that. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed me diving back into my time in France on 35mm film. I would love if you hit the like button, smash that subscribe even. You can read my Substack, you can go to the Patreon if you want some prints sent your way. Add me on Instagram, come over to my house, teach me how to braid your hair, help me unclog my drain, go out back, I'll dig a hole, fill it with water, we can splash around until the sun comes up. Bye.